When are we gonna have to leave our home? So if things feel chaotic around here, that's how it feels in real life too. It's a surprise for mom. I don't want that to like come off the wrong way.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. What does that even look like? We have no idea. So there's just like a lot of mind games going on. Building a home was not out of the realm of possibility for us.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken.
Oh my Lanta, hold on a sec. Let me fix this, just a little bit, just a little bit. Somebody on one of my recent videos said that I would look good with a bob. And at first I thought that they were just praying for my downfall by suggesting that. But now I can't stop thinking about it because the hair goes up anyway, and I never know what to do with it. But I do fear the bob is like too short. I would have to do like here or maybe just right above shoulders. I feel like right above shoulders would be a big enough shock for me anyway. I could put it in a little ponytail, but I do feel like cutting it would just give my hair a little bit of volume, just a little bit, because it's just so thin that anywhere below a certain point just like weighs it down. And I don't keep my hair down anyway throughout the day. As soon as it's dry from the shower, it is up in a ponytail and a bun. That's just where I'm at. Happy Mother's Day, you guys. Before I properly intro this, Jack told me there was a surprise in the fridge and that I'm going to want to see that surprise after I drink my water. So I think you and I both might know what it might be. Oh my gosh, yes. 3 caramel swirl and 2 milk. Although I have to say this is not on him because the order is right here, but this is not 2 milk color, okay? No, it's not. No, it's not, but because we're at home right now, I can fix it. Caramel flavor is there and it's very good. Just needs a tad bit more ice. I think he did light ice. I'm gonna add some milk. The perks of having a baby. I was just gonna finish that sentence, but it sounded so weird. Like the only perk of having a baby is having milk in your house. Like why did that sound like that? That's not true. Okay. All right, it's lightening up a tiny bit. Oh my god, that is divine. Speaking of milk, this was on its side and I feel like I just caught it because it's just starting to leak in the fridge right now. This start of the vlog is so chaotic. I'm so sorry. I need to find a place to put this milk. This is where I start looking at the sauces. Oh, sorry. Being like, what do we not need? What do we not use? Because clearly, oh, this is for sure bad. This is for sure not good. I think that would be good actually, just getting rid of that. Perfection. Oh, and I need to pick up that milk. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is lucky. Some people might say it'd be lucky that it's not even spilling at all. The fact that I caught it when it only had a tiny bit of spill, I am happy about that. Okay. Today is Mother's Day. And Jack asked me what I would like Mother's Day to look like this year. And at first I started getting so specific about like, this is what I want to do in the morning. This is what I want to do here. This is what I want to do. And then I had to just back up a sec. I was like, Matt, what don't you get to do or what isn't really part of your days anymore that you would cherish if you got it a little bit during this one day that is specifically for like your mom role, you know? Like I had to back up for a sec. And I was like, time is what I would really appreciate today. And so I told him that I want to wake up with you guys. We can have a little morning, like she has her milk in the morning, you know, she gets up, she has her milk, we have a snuggle, etc. And then respectfully, I don't want to see you until it's time for her to come back for her nap. So, and in my mind, as far as the time goes, that gives me like 3 to 4 hours in the morning, and then she goes down for her nap, and that gives me 3 hours of her nap. That is so much time, or at least in my mind it feels like so much time. I'm sure it's gonna go by very quickly, but if you're a mom, you know, like that is we don't have that time anymore, and it's not a complaint. I don't want that to like come off the wrong way at all, so let me just say that right now. But the number one thing, I think I said this in a vlog actually, I think the number one thing that is so hard to grasp before becoming a parent is the amount of time that we had before kids and the amount of time we just don't have anymore after they come. And that's not to say it's not worth it, and that's not to say it's a bad thing. It's just a reality of what is so different. That is like the stark difference, I would say, that I've observed becoming a new parent. And so this morning when Jack came in and Annie was holding a bouquet of flowers and they gave me cards, it was just the sweetest morning. First of all, that was so sweet. They had flowers, cards, like it was so cute, and I got to lay in bed and get my flowers and cards, and she handed a card to me. Oh my gosh, the sweetest thing. And she was so excited to hand the card to me. Oh my God. And while she's scurrying around the bed, and then she wants to get off the bed, she wants to get on the bed, and then they go down the hall to do her diaper, to get her milk, like all of this stuff, I got to just lay in bed. Like I got time. Like normally on a normal day, I would feel that immediate need to get up, tend to her, help Jack out with her while he's doing diaper, let me get her milk, you know, like just doing a partner type of thing, just a normal deal. But just the luxury of knowing that Jack's got this because it's a special day for me, and I'm lying in bed because I have time to do that. That alone brought me back to like this weird mental space of before we had a baby, where Jack and I could literally just like lay there in bed and we could decide kind of when we feel like getting up on the weekend, and oh, where do we want coffee here? Do we want to go grab coffee? Like it was so weird not feeling the need or like physically need to get up to do something having to do with kids, and also my needs and also Jack's needs. Like, I don't know. If you have kids, I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. But after cards and flowers, Jack literally was like, boom, boom, boom. He's getting Annie's diaper, her sweatshirt. He starts gathering snacks, some wipes, diapers. Like I tell him, bring my tote. I fill her water bottle. Like I can't help it. Like he's like, no, stop doing all this stuff. They're going to grab breakfast together. I don't know where they're going, like to get bagels, Tandem, Roasters. That was really good. We tried their breakfast sandwiches one time. That was very good. And then it's so nice. It has been raining for a week straight, and we woke up to sunshine, and Jack said it's like so nice outside. So he told Annie that they're going to the park, and she knows what that means now, and she loves the park, so they're gonna go there. There are ladies out on the town right now, and mom gets time, and that's literally all I wanted. And when I was thinking about this time, I'm not gonna lie, I got overwhelmed, and I feel like moms can appreciate this mentality too. It's like, I know ahead of time I'm gonna have all this time. What should I do with it? How should I spend this precious found time that I have right now? And all these options start flowing through my head. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wake up, I'm going to make my breakfast, I'm gonna maybe I should fold some laundry. I literally started thinking of like chores that I could do in peace, because like, yeah, there's still chores, but like to do them in peace or like not on a time constraint is kind of a treat also, you know? And I was like, no, you could also like put on some ambiance, like some spring ambiance, like on YouTube in the background, and like read your Kindle in absolute silence, you know? But then I started getting like overwhelmed with like, how do I want to spend my time, and how do I want to like optimize it, and how's the best way to spend it? I woke up this morning, and as I'm laying in bed and my daughter's giving me my card, and we have flowers, and I'm just like watching her destroy the entire house while Jack is like scurrying around trying to get things together. He's doing all of that like at once. But then they left and the house was quiet, and I had this moment, and I was like, that's the point. Like, it doesn't matter what I do in this time. I can do whatever I feel like in this moment, in this time, because that's the point of it. I don't need to plan it. I don't need to optimize it, because the whole gift of time and having it is you don't actually have to do that. You don't have to organize it. So that's when I just threw out all of my plans of what I wanted to do with this time, and I was like, I don't really know, but I'm just loving it. I'm loving sitting in it. The only thing that I do have on my list right now is that at 11 o'clock I have a mani-pedi. It is 9:27 specifically right now. I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna shower. I'm gonna take some of this time, I'm gonna shower because I just wanna feel like nice and fresh. You know, I wanna feel my best. So I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna make myself some breakfast. That's a big treat to like make myself breakfast, not in a rush. If I have a little bit of time, maybe read, maybe watch a YouTube video in silence. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's start with the shower. Let's start with the shower and see where it goes.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand.
Oh my gosh, I haven't vlogged in this car in so long. Now I remember why I wanted a light interior when we were going for our Subaru. It's so dark in here. Here are the nails. I really like the color. At first I thought it was gonna be like too light, but I was going for a periwinkle vibe to kind of go with pinks and blues, and I really, really like it. For me personally though, whenever I go to get a mani-pedi, it's more about like the cleanup and maintenance of it all to just feel a little more fresh. Get my cuticles done and just, yeah, feel cleaned up and like, oh, feels so nice. My hands are so smooth right now. If you guys live in the Portland area, I do have to give a shout out to my new go-to nail salon. It's called Portland Nails on, I think this is Forest Ave, because I used to have another go-to salon, a different one. And just over the years, the prices have increased, which makes sense. Prices are increasing everywhere, but the quality just like slowly went downhill. The cuticles were always left. I felt very rushed during it. I got gel a couple times there, and the color of the gel changed over the next couple days, and when I googled it, it had to do with like the quality of the top coat that they were using, and it was just so much money for such a disappointing experience. So then I started shopping around for other nail salons in the area, and I was looking for a fair price but also just a good quality service. Like, I was willing to pay more if the quality of service was there and they took their time, they had attention to detail. I was willing to pay for that. I even tried like a really top tier salon around here, and I paid over $90, and yes, they got the cuticles, their attention to detail was good, and that was for a mani-pedi, just a regular mani-pedi, but they didn't even like scrub my heels. Like, my heels looked horrible by the end because I went in looking horrible, and that was like an extra tier of service that I had to pay for, and I already had paid over $90 including tip by the end of it. And so I was like, that's just not worth it. So crazy. So anyway, Portland Nails, they take their time. It's not rushed at all. The cuticles are so good. Paint job is so good. I love them. I don't get anything fancy. I just go there for a regular mani-pedi to get cleaned up, like I said. So I'm not sure about like nail art or acrylics or anything like that, but it is my new go-to. I love it so much. We just got to mom and dad's house, and Gabe is actually with us. He's doing a little stop here before he goes down to a wedding. And our plan, oh, I think mom's coming out. It's a surprise for mom, but I think she might be coming out. We're gonna go in originally and bring in our bags, bring Gabe in after, but we'll see what happens. Hey, Dad.
What can I carry?
Here, you can carry this.
The best Maina outfit.
Yeah, I like it.
Rocking it.
The boots, the flannel. It's nice.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. What?
I didn't even just sneak in the side door. She's preoccupied.
Okay, yeah.
She got, on Wednesday on the way home, she got Holy Donuts, and there's still 3 in the box.
Yeah.
2.5, technically. And she's like, oh, these are trash bags. She's just gonna throw them away.
Throw away the Holy Donuts.
I'm like, dude, I will eat those in the next week.
Yeah, you pick at those until there's no more left. All right, where is he going? Okay, Gabe, front.
Nope, she's not there.
She went in the back. Okay, okay, stay out here. Okay, Gabe, just come stand in the kitchen, okay?
Matt, coffee's brewing.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
You show me, baby?
Yes, let's show Mom. Look, that's your toy too. It's so cool. Oh my He's not really following Annie around. Happy Mother's Day.
We have a package!
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me wrong. I was so mistaken.
Perhaps there was anybody we could, but like.
Is this just like a throwback in the mini type of vlog? Is that this vlog? What did I do in this vlog? I feel like I was in this car in this vlog already. Anyway, things this week have been very strange. Very strange in like, I think a overall positive way. There are a couple of things that Jack and I are not like sitting on, but like in waiting for. And that can cause a little bit of anxiety, or more so like, when is this gonna happen for us? And it kind of throws me back into like IVF days, when it felt like we were just waiting so long for that part of our life to start. And one of the couple things that we feel like we're waiting on right now is a house, as you guys know. A house or a different living situation. What's our current living situation? And all of that feels very up in the air, because the lease that we have on our apartment, there's not like a finite date to it, and I'll get into that in just a second. So that kind of feels up in the air. Like, when are we gonna have to leave our home? The home we've had for going on 6 years now, the home that we brought Annie home to. So like, that feels very like wishy-washy, like we're kind of floating out there. And then also, where would we go type of thing. It feels a little more stable knowing that the plan for us will be, if we don't find a house or it doesn't work out in the time that we need to leave our apartment, we are more than welcome to stay at our parents' house, which is amazing. Annie knows that house. It would feel very stable to go there for a little bit while we're still looking, while we're still figuring that out. So that feels solid. But there's also like, will we find a house in time? Like, will it be that house? Will it be my parents' house? Or will it be like a completely new situation? And over here with a completely new situation, it's like, what does that even look like? We have no idea. So just for someone who deals with a little bit of anxiety, the living situation is just a little crazy. But I do have an update just as of this week. So our landlord let us know just a few months ago, I think I told you guys, that she is okay extending the lease until July. And at that point she said maybe even September, because it depends on when her current house that she owns sells. Because when her house sells, she's going to move into the apartment that we're in that she outright owns. And she's expressed that we are welcome to stay there until all of that stuff happens. And she'll keep us closely connected with like what's going on with her house and like when she needs to close, etc., etc. So we were like, okay, she could sell tomorrow and they could close in 30 days. Like, we really don't know what that looks like, but at least we'll get a heads up, you know? But we just got an update from her this week that yes, she is putting her house on the market soon, and I believe that it's probably going to sell pretty quickly. It's a very, very beautiful home. However, her goal, even if it sells like really quickly, is to negotiate that she stays in her home until September. And if you guys know anything about Maine, the summers are just, it's what we live for. It's what we live here for, honestly. And so to be in her home for one last summer would be amazing, and that means that we would get to stay in our place until September. So either way, even if her home does sell pretty quickly, it sounds like, unless she gets like a crazy offer of like over and above asking, and then but the contingency is to like move in really quickly. Like, there's so many things that could happen, but the goal for both of us, her and us, is to stay until September. So knowing that we're going to be able to stay here for the summer is just a really big update. But why am I in this car right now? That is another really big update. So yesterday my mom texted me a plot of land. Yes, land. Building a home was not out of the realm of possibility for us. Ideally, we wanted to find something, you know, already done, but since we've been looking for so long, we kind of like opened our brains up to, you know, the building of a home. And before, you're like, Mac, you've never built a home in your entire life. I'm like, I know that. However, my mom / both my parents, obviously it's like both of their thing, but my mom has designed and oversaw the building of 3 different homes now. So this home, our home, would be her 4th. So we would feel in very, very good hands between the people that we pick out, the contractor, and then also my mom having been through the process so many times. It does scare me still because I'm new to it, but I feel like we're surrounded by the right people if we were to go that route. But why are we even entertaining this plot of land? The thing is, the location of this plot of land, the size of this plot of land, and the price of this plot of land is seemingly very good. There are a couple of things that we just can't tell unless we go see it, you know? But on the maps and the location of things and how close they are to other things we're interested in, whether it's the library, some walking trails, the water, etc., seems pretty good. But there are a couple red flags that, again, I can't suss out unless we see it, and I fear if we didn't see it very soon, it would get snatched up, just like the rest of the houses that come on in our price range. So I woke up really early today to get some work in, because usually the bulk of my work happens during Annie's nap. So I'm a little tired. I really want a coffee for this drive. It's gonna take about an hour and a half to get there. But if I get coffee around 1 p.m., like coffee time's at 3 p.m., you know? So then I'll just feel like even more messed up. So we're gonna push through. But I texted my mom last night to see if she had any interest in just driving by the place, getting the vibe, seeing what's around, like kind of addressing maybe those red flags just by visiting it, that type of thing. And I just got a text from my realtor, which is so timely, literally right as I started recording. So let's just see what she says. She says, "Hi Mac, I'm not sure if you want to drive by the lot yet, but here are my initial thoughts." One thing that she noted are the roads, and that's a thing that I want to check out as well, and kind of like listen, how loud is it, how quiet is it, how busy is it, etc. So that's a great thing to note. She feels like the price is high for the lot size, but once we're there in person, it might make more sense between the roads and the price of the lot and like location. It might make sense. But she does love, with a capital L-O-V-E, that it already has municipal water, sewer, and underground electric. So she said all great pluses and make it ready to build on. So who knows? That is where we are going. The amount of footage that I end up sharing in the vlog will depend on how serious we are about like actually buying it, as I'm sure you can understand. So I'll share what I can, and if I hate it, I'll share all of it.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve.
Oh, hello. So basically when we got to the lot, even before getting out of the car, it was pretty much an immediate no, because even when we were sitting in the car, I could hear how noisy it actually was. The thing is, there was a very main road on one side of the lot, and we weren't sure how the other road where we would like turn off for the driveway, we weren't sure how that road was going to be. And although this lot was on that sort of corner situation, I wasn't sure how far off of that main road, like how far in and how far away off the really main road it actually was. So I think it was worth going for sure. Another plus is I got to see how big a lot that was, that size. I think it was like 0.3 to 0.4 acres, and how big that actually was like in person. It was also great to see the lot in general because I probably would have been thinking about it if I hadn't gone and seen it. Let's see if it's even still up. Oh, nope, I think someone snatched it up. Honestly, I'm really glad because the location of it was close to a lot of things. We like drove a lot around there. But for us personally, if it had just been a little less busy, it would have been perfect. By the time I got back though, I was so zonked. It was just like a lot of driving for one day. But a third positive is even if we didn't love the lot, it was really great to visit the area again, because when you've been away from an area for so long, like we haven't physically been there in so long since like winter, you kind of start to question if you actually really like the area as much as you remembered that you did. Could we see ourselves there? There's so many other areas and it's a really hard decision, I feel like, and I still go back and forth sometimes about where you ultimately want to end up, because for all of our lives so far, Jack and myself, we've always lived in a mindset of if we don't like an area, we can just leave. And that is exactly what we've done. Like, we landed in Connecticut after college and we really did not like where we ended up, and so a couple years later we decided to move out to Seattle, which was like such a crazy adventure in itself, but we ended up loving that. And then when we knew we wanted to be closer to family on the East Coast, we moved back and we settled in Portland. And now that we're thinking of a house, we're like, okay, I don't think we want to buy in Portland, but the thing is that the next place that we decide on, we have a family now, and so we're thinking of school systems, and I don't want to move her out of a school system just because like we get sick of living somewhere, you know? So this feels a little more monumental in like choosing the area that we want to be. And so I feel like naturally that kind of comes with some questioning and like, oh my gosh, is this really the answer? Because you can visit and you can drive around and you can fantasize and like you can get that feeling of like, yeah, this feels really exciting, like this would be so cool. But then when you actually live somewhere, you know, like are you gonna think, oh crap, I've made this massive error? So there's just like a lot of mind games going on. But I will say that when I visited the other day, the feelings of like, oh my gosh, this would be really, really cool to live around here. And like there's just enough stuff like restaurants and coffee and like recreational things that it doesn't feel like in the middle of nowhere, but it still has a lot less than what Portland has going on, which honestly is great as we think about what we want for the next stage of our family. So yeah, overall, all good things. We're still keeping our mind open, but it was a good drive nonetheless. So thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this chatty little vlog. Life does feel a little bit crazy right now, so if things feel chaotic around here, that's how it feels in real life too. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure to do so down below. Hopefully some crazy changes are coming very soon, so make sure to stick around. My Instagram and my TikTok is also linked down below in case you want to follow me over there. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye!